Hello there and welcome back. I hope you are having a good day. Now, I have got some breaking news for you, and I know this is something so many of you have been waiting to hear. Andy Burnham has just confirmed the state pension increase for the coming year, and I want to tell you exactly what it means for your weekly income, your household budget, and your peace of mind. Now, I know there has been a lot of worry lately. You have heard the talk about the triple lock being under pressure. You have seen headlines saying it is too expensive, that it might be scrapped. And I know that kind of talk can keep you up at night, wondering if your pension is safe. But today, I have got good news for you. Very good news indeed. Andy Burnham has made it crystal clear. The state pension is going up, and the triple lock is staying. He has confirmed that the manifesto commitment stands, and that means you will see a real increase in your weekly payments. In fact, the full new state pension has already gone up by around £575 this year, and that is money in your pocket. So today, I'm going to break down exactly what the new rates are, when you will see the money, and what this means for your financial future. Please, if you find this valuable, hit that like button. It helps other seniors find this important information too. And if you have family members who are pensioners, please share this video with them. Now, let us take this step by step together. Now, let us start with the most important thing you need to know. The state pension has increased, and it is a significant increase. The full new state pension, which is the one for people who reached state pension age on or after 6th April 2016, is now £241.30 per week. That works out to £965.20 every 4 weeks, and an annual amount of £12,547. If you are on the older basic state pension, the one for people who reached state pension age before 6th April 2016, the new weekly rate is £184.90. That is £739.60 every 4 weeks, and £9,614 for the year. Now, let me put that in perspective for you. Compared to the previous year, the full new state pension has gone up by about £575 annually. That is nearly £12 extra every single week, and the basic state pension has gone up by about £440 for the year. These are real increases, and they are a direct result of the triple lock, which guarantees your pension rises every year by whichever is highest: inflation, average wage growth, or 2.5%. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but why has it gone up by so much this year? Well, the increase is based on the average weekly earnings growth from May to July 2025, which was 4.8%. And because that was higher than inflation, which was 3.8%, and higher than the 2.5% minimum, that is the figure that was used. That is how the triple lock works. It always gives you the best possible increase, and this year it has given you a very good one indeed. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about Andy Burnham himself, because I know a lot of you have been worried about what his leadership might mean for your pension. There has been a lot of noise, a lot of talk from economists and think tanks saying the triple lock is too expensive and should be scrapped. Even some of his own advisors, like Lord Jim O'Neill, the former Goldman Sachs economist, have been trying to convince him to ditch it. They say it costs too much, that it is unpredictable, that it adds billions to the welfare bill. But here is the thing. Andy Burnham has listened to all of that, and he has made his decision. He has said, and I quote, "I appreciate there's a lot of debate about this, but it is important that the commitment in the manifesto stands." He has committed to keeping the triple lock for this Parliament, which runs until 2029. That means for the next few years at least, your state pension is protected. It will keep rising every year, and you do not need to worry about it being taken away. Now, why has he done this? Well, there are a few reasons. First, it was in Labour's election manifesto, and he has said that tearing up manifesto commitments would be very damaging. Second, the triple lock is incredibly popular with voters. A YouGov poll found that 66% of UK adults are in favour of keeping it, and only 14% are against it. That is a huge majority, and any politician who tries to scrap it would face a fierce backlash. Third, there is the simple fact that many pensioners rely on the state pension as their only source of income. It is not a luxury, it is a necessity. But, and this is important, I also want to be honest with you. Andy Burnham has not committed to keeping the triple lock beyond 2029. He has said the decision about what happens after that is for him and his party to decide then. That means the long-term future of the policy is still uncertain. There are powerful voices calling for reform, including the Office for Budget Responsibility, which has warned that the triple lock is adding billions to government spending and could push debt to unsustainable levels in the decades ahead. And there are think tanks like the Resolution Foundation and the Intergenerational Foundation that have proposed reforms to make it more affordable. So, what does that mean for you? It means you should enjoy the increases you are getting now, but you should also be aware that the situation could change in the future. The best thing you can do is to stay informed. Keep watching videos like this one and make sure your own finances are as secure as possible. Do not rely solely on the state pension. If you have a private pension or savings, make sure they are in good order. And if you are worried about your finances, speak to a financial advisor. Now, I also want to talk about something that is very important: tax. You might have heard that the personal allowance, the amount of money you can earn before you have to pay income tax, has been frozen at £12,570 since 2021. And the full new state pension for 2026/27 is £12,547. That is just £23 below the tax threshold. So, with even the minimum 2.5% increase next year, your state pension could exceed the personal allowance. That means you could start paying income tax on your state pension for the first time. Now, there is some good news here too. Andy Burnham has confirmed a special exemption for state pensioners, a continuation of a rule first announced by former Chancellor Rachel Reeves. This means that many state pensioners who would have owed tax for the first time will be spared at least £58 of bills, and possibly more if the triple lock rises by more than its minimum. It is not a huge amount, but every little helps, especially when you are on a fixed income. But I want to be clear, this exemption is not guaranteed forever. The rules around tax are always changing, and you need to stay on top of them. If you have other income, like a private pension, savings interest, or rental income, you could still end up paying tax. So, it is always worth checking your tax code and making sure you are not paying more than you should. Now, I know this is a lot to take in, and I know it can feel overwhelming, but I want you to take a breath. The most important thing to remember is that for the next few years, your state pension is secure. Andy Burnham has given his word, and he is sticking to the manifesto commitment. You do not need to panic. You do not need to make any sudden decisions. But I do want you to be aware and informed. Knowledge is power. Understanding what is happening helps you know what might be coming down the road. And I also want to say that you are not alone in this. There are many voices out there defending the triple lock. The Daily Express, for example, has a long-running campaign to protect it. Reform UK has promised to maintain it if they win the next election. The Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats are also supportive. So, there is strong political pressure to protect pensioners. The winter fuel payment fiasco showed that any government that tries to take away support from pensioners faces a fierce backlash. That is a powerful deterrent. So, what should you do? First, check your state pension forecast. It is free and easy to do on the government website. It will tell you exactly how much you are on track to receive and when you can claim it. Second, check your national insurance record. See if you have any gaps and whether it is worth filling them. Third, consider your overall retirement income. If you have a private pension, ISA savings, or other investments, think about how they all fit together and whether you might be affected by the tax changes. And please, do not keep this information to yourself. If you have family members who are pensioners, share this video with them. If you have friends who are approaching retirement age, let them know about these changes. It is a kindness to help them be prepared. The more we share this information, the fewer people will be caught off guard. Thank you so much for staying with me through this. I know it is not the most exciting topic, but it is so important. Your retirement security matters, and I want to do everything I can to help you protect it. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel and helps other seniors find this information. And if you have not already, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss future updates. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. I read every single one, and I will do my best to help. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. God bless.